Hello and welcome back to Crosshatch Puzzles. We're here for another New York Times Daily Crossword Solve. It is Thursday, December 11th, 2025, and today's construction is by Kevin Curry. He's a regular contributor to the New York Times Daily Crosswords. And I don't have a ton of time, so I'm going to try and do this pretty quickly. It being a Thursday, though, we're expecting a somewhat tricky theme in today's puzzle. So we'll see what Kevin Curry has in store for us today for Thursday, December 11th. Let's get solving. Against. Could be anti. There are other things it could be, but we'll see. Greek goddess swallowed by her father and rescued by her future husband. In 4 letters. I wonder if there's already something thematic going on here. Because I would have wanted this to be Aphrodite. Swiss peak. Mont, is that what we want? Like the French word for mountain? Spoils. That could be like a loot. It could be like the spoils of victory, or it could be the verb. I'm not sure which they want. Work of Bellini or Bizet. They are both composers of opera. Stead could be lieu, in one's stead, in one's lieu, maybe or maybe not. Seal, SWAT, B. Those are all types of teams. Let's check some downs and see if that helps. Alan of PBS's Scientific American Frontiers. Is this Alan Alda? Was he part of that show? He has done some work for PBS, so that could be. Rapper at a Japanese restaurant could be nori, seaweed. Steps up to as the line, toes the line is an expression. Right-leaning type could be italics. You've got to read type in just the right way there. Super trendy. I don't know. Electrified Olympic weapon. An épée usually has an electric tip with which, like when it makes contact with your opponent's electrified bodysuit thing, it registers a point. In fencing. Collect as rewards. Oh, I want redeem here. Collect as rewards would be earn or reap? Maybe? Is this Hera, actually? Oh, swallowed by her father and rescued by a few. Never mind, this is Hera. Okay. Super trendy could be hot, a hot item. Huggers. Huggers. Is this aros, like aromantic people? Could be. English town known for its salt is Epsom, for Epsom salts. Oh, no, this is arms. Huggers are arms. I guess these are dream teams, maybe? Dream team showed up in the puzzle on, what was that, Sunday, maybe? Acting collectively as one, acting as one. Be worthy of, maybe to merit. Author Zora Neale Hurston, I think spelled like that. In the style of, okay, so this is not going to be, is this Alps? I mean, I would have wanted a plural in the clue for this, but this is definitely in the style of is Allah. So something learned the hard way, often a life lesson, maybe. Organization promoting international goodwill. Peace, something? Some ways off could be afar. Coin with 12 stars on it. Alp, like that. Oh, in French, Alp. Okay, coin with 12 stars on it is maybe a €1 coin. Sustainable start is eco, which is the start of any phrase that has to do with sustainability, like eco hotel or something like that. This does look like peace. Maybe the Peace Corps. No harm, no foul. It's okay, you could say. Sign for cheap admission, standing room only. That's a little bit of crosswordese there. Abrupt endings of a sort could be TKOs, total knockouts, which could be abrupt endings to boxing matches. Cry over spilt milk, ? Moose. I don't know if that's right. Mops? Sops? Oops. Oh, you could cry oops if you have spilled milk. Okay, this does look like Peace Corps after all. Toward the back of the boat is the aft end of the boat. Unsolidify could be to melt. And what did we have here? A plane divider is an aisle. And then a contraction that's a homophone of 20 across is aisle. And those are stacked entries there. That's pretty fun. Soul's sister. Who is Soul? Luna. Soul is the sun. Luna is the moon. That could be. Columbus's smallest ship, I guess, is the Nina. I don't know how the ships compared size-wise, but I guess that's right. What is this? Utopia 10 ideal, something perfect. Art class staple, a paint, I guess. Slip out in a way. Not sure what sense of slip out they want here. Hand sanitizer eliminates the need to do this. What? I don't know what it eliminates the need to do. Quit. Quit. Oh, man. Landing area in a long jump. Is it a sand pit? So maybe this is not paint, but paper. Sand pit. To quit. I don't know. Big Apple debut in 2010. IHOP? Slip out in a way. I don't know what that is. Warms up for a race, say. Runs? 2022 book paying tribute to a 1960s rock legend. I have no idea. Business page news. Is that what this is? Business page news. An IPO could be. Word with heavy or scrap. Metal, heavy metal, scrap metal. Narrow openings could be slits. Take inspiration from. Oh, Puff, Komodo, Smaug. Those are all dragons. I'm still not quite sure of the beginnings of these theme entries here. Big wheels in the Vatican. Pope Mobile. That's really funny if that's correct. Not sure if it is. Picture perfect, I guess. Dream teams. Picture perfect. Hand sanitizer eliminates the need to do this. Rinse, maybe? Rinse? Does that make sense? Quit is ended. Slip out in a way could be to seep out. Big Apple debut in 2010. Oh, Big Apple debut. That's really funny. That's a tricky way of cluing this. Because you think of Big Apple as a phrase, but in this case, it's actually just a big Apple debut. And because of the capitalization rules of crossword clues, you don't really see it that way. A quote from Homer could be dope from The Simpsons. Pan in the butt. I mean, reading this correctly, but I don't know what they mean. Pan in the butt. Don't know. Luxurious. Ooh la la, you might say, if something's luxurious. What a dog might do to its owner. Lick. Might lick its owner. Quizzes. Asks. Puts two and two together, say. Adds. Popular stick figure webcomic is XKCD, the wonderful XKCD by Randall Munroe. Children's author Blyton, I think that's Enid Blyton. Echo Starter, the Amazon Echo, you might call Alexa to start it. Pan in the butt. Goat. Fish, scuba, army. These are tanks. I guess this is goat after all. A replay might be seen in slow motion. Universal donors type informally. O negative, I think, is the universal blood type. Maze runners, sometimes mice in a lab setting. Dreamcast developer, Sega Dreamcast, I believe. New Zealand parrot, whose name sounds like a Korean automaker, is a Kia. How do you spell it? Like that? Subject of an Oscars announcement. The MC maybe might be announced. Electrical units are ohms, units of resistance. These are think tanks. Nick of Cape Fear. Nick Nolte, the actor. Imagine Dragons. Okay. This clue's number for the youngest U.S. president. I guess the youngest U.S. president was aged 42. Take inspiration from O2, maybe. Ray Charles's first #1 R&B single, 1954. I don't know. Yeah, it looks like Business Page News is going to be an IPO. I guess this is Jimmy paying tribute to Jimi Hendrix. Jogs maybe warms up for a race. Cable staples since 1972. Is this HBO? Cybersecurity concern could be a hack. Prepares to throw. Aims maybe if you're throwing darts or a ball of some kind. This could be a snow cone. Reunion group could be a clan. And lottery style gambling game is Keno. So I got a woman, I guess, is the answer here. So I've solved the puzzle. I still don't know that I completely understand the clue. I mean, it sounds like you're just like thinking up examples of things. So if you say dream, like if you're telling someone to dream about teams, they might dream up SEAL, like the Army team, or, law enforcement kind of SEAL teams or SWAT teams or B teams, as opposed to A teams, I guess. If you tell someone to picture perfect, they might respond utopia or 10 or ideal. If you tell someone to imagine dragons, they might imagine Puff or Komodo or Smog. And if you tell someone to think tanks, they might come up with fish or scuba or army. I think that's what the theme is. I'm not totally sure. I'm going to read the wordplay column, and if it is something completely different than that, I will put it in the video description. But let's just take a quick look at some other interesting clues in here. I don't know why I had so much trouble with Hera. I seem to recall some similar, there are many similar stories about, sort of interfamilial drama, but I guess this is the one. Hera was swallowed by Cronus, and then Zeus came in and split Cronus apart. I think that's what's going on here. That sustainable start is not much of a wordplay. I like these two stacked entries, aisle and aisle homophones here. Cry over spilt milk is pretty fun. Just oops. Again, a little bit more simple than you might want. Echo starter. Not with a question mark, because I guess it's Thursday. You get for Amazon's Alexa. Subject of an Oscars announcement. This is a little bit misleading for sure. An Oscars announcement, you might think of the actual award winners, but in this case, it's announcing the MC. What else here? Right-leaning type, again, because it's a Thursday, you don't have the question mark there to tell you that you need to read type in a different way to get italics here. I've not seen a pay clued like this, but that's pretty good. Big Wheels in the Vatican is really fun, as are all of these longer down entries. And these two in the lower left and two in the upper right here. Good, solid entries. I still don't know that I get... Oh, Pan in the butt, that's... Okay, Pan, the mythological figure. His lower half is a goat, his upper half is a man. And so in the butt area, Pan is a goat. Okay, finally understood that one. And this one also quite tricky in the way that it's capitalized here, as I mentioned before. I think that's kind of all I wanted to go over. Again, if I'm way off about the theme, I'll put it in the video description. But for now, that is our Thursday solve for Thursday, December 11th. A good puzzle by Kevin Curry, and had fun solving it. If you enjoyed this solve, please give it a like. If you want to know when I'm posting next, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you next time on Crosshatch Puzzles. Thanks for joining me. Cheers.